if workplace safety, community and country safety, workers' health, timely delivery of goods is important to you, then this affects you. Just as we demand more than one pilot flying our planes, we demand more than a single engineer on our trains.
We've got people quitting right and left. We've got trains standing still, and this policy is the cause of all this. So you only get 4 points for staying working for 14 days. Now that means you can't get sick, your kids can't get sick, your wife can't get sick, you can't get in a car wreck, because they actually penalized a guy that got in a car wreck coming to work. A woman ran out in front of him, totaled his car, and they wanted to take away half his points. We had a guy that it was his son that was in the hospital. He had a collapsed lung, and he couldn't take off. It was Super Bowl weekend. He couldn't take off to be with his son because it would have cost him 17 points, and he needed the job because his son was in the hospital and he needed the health insurance. So, you know, people like this, they got captive. This rally is not about money. This rally is about the fact that they're trying to steal the lives of the people that are running these trains and making their money for them. The people that are actually controlling the wealth, they're trying to steal their lives because they think they can squeeze another dollar out of them. And it's not right.
Not right at all.
No.
I stand as a fighting machinist sister to speak out. We must not let what our forefathers fought for, and some even died for, to be forgotten. We must be the voices for our brothers and sisters of the railroad, of whom are being silenced. This iron-fisted attendance policy known as high-vis must be extinguished once and for all. Railroaders are already exposed to health factors due to the fatigue issues. And this tyrannical high-vis attendance policy will further compound these issues.
We have to protect the workers who have had their right to strike taken away by a judge's decision. Since that decision, about 1,000 engineers and conductors have resigned, resulting in trains standing still and further hurting the supply chains. So these giant companies can quit complaining about a worker shortage when they're the ones who are causing it. And again, it's not just the BNSF. And here's the thing that nobody is even talking about. These rail workers haven't had a contract in 2 years. That's wrong. That ain't right. The time is long past due where unions should be allowed to exercise self-help or strike and negotiate the best contract they can with access to time off. So again, I just want to say on behalf of all the unions in this state that stand with you and all the members that are going through the same kind of fights, we stand with you, we're there for you. Let us know what you need. We're part of this fight. We're here for you. We're tired of choosing between people and profits, between families and our jobs. And it's the workers who keep these trains rolling. You know, jobs are supposed to be a partnership. They provide the jobs, the employer provides the jobs, but we provide the labor. Why should families suffer when people like Buffett are billionaires? There's enough money for the billionaires to keep being billionaires while we can still see our families. We shouldn't have to choose between our families and work when they're going to make billions of dollars either way. So it's nothing but greed. It's nothing but corporate greed. And it's the same old story from the beginning of our country. And it's going on today with people like Warren Buffett. We're asking them to do the right thing. We need a new way where, as I said, workers don't have to choose between going to work and seeing their family. We can do both in society. There are actually jobs where you can work full-time, make a living, and have time with your family. Just not at BNSF. Not in Warren Buffett's world. Not in the railroad world. And that has to stop. They don't have to choose between people and profits. They can have both. They can make their billions and still take care of their people. And they always frame it like, we can't make enough money if we take care of our people. We can't make our billions if we have good policies, and that's bullshit, and we all know it. They can make their billions and still give people a day off. They can make their billions and still have good policies. They can make their billions and still have a working environment where people aren't coming to work every single day thinking about quitting their jobs.
This battle, similarly, this battle that we have going on right now has a very long history to it, right? It didn't start in the 70s, didn't start in the 40s. In many ways, as people have said, it's the heart of what's been going on in this country for as long as there has been, at the very least, an industrial history in this nation, right? And in large part because the railroads were at the heart of that story, right? Railroad workers, people like people here in Fort Madison have been at the heart of that story as long as it's been going on, right? And it comes back to what people have already said, which is this struggle for controlling our lives, right? Something that it's one of the most basic principles in our nation's history, right? The power to control our lives. It's fundamental to democracy. You cannot have it without having us have the power, everyone, right? Every worker having the power to have some control over their lives, right? And in the context of the United States, that's come to be expressed in things like the fight for the 8-hour day, right? The right for 8 hours for work, 8 hours for rest, 8 hours for what we will.
This rally is not about money. This rally is about the fact that they're trying to steal the lives of the people that are running these trains and making their money for them. The people that are actually controlling the wealth, they're trying to steal their lives because they think they can squeeze another dollar out of them. And it's not right.
Not right at all.
No.